Silverstone Classic, look who we found. What does the Classic mean to you, Derek?
Well, I mean, I think I love the name Classic because it does mean historic, and I'm beginning to feel historic. But I just think, you know, to have, I mean, somebody says over 800 cars here, and Silverstone, you know, it has to be here. It's the biggest, the Grand Prix track in this country, the latest facility in the world. And, you know, to have so many wonderful, I mean, 34 Formula One cars this morning. And I have to say, I have to look at them first because I was sort of weaned in Formula 3, Formula 2 and Formula 1 before I went to sports cars.
Well, you were just sort of having a peek at the JPS, the Mansell JPS, I know.
Well, yes, well, my son Sebastian's with me, and about 2 months ago I was actually driving Emerson's Lotus 72 at Kyalami, and I did sort of 15-20 laps on a TV show there. And I mean, it was just beautiful. I mean, I had never driven a really good Formula One car probably in my life. I drove some good ones, but never that good. And you can't beat a world champion's car. So to get in it and have it go so perfectly, it was absolutely wonderful.
And have you driven this new circuit?
No, I haven't got a clue. All I know is it goes that way. And I drive around the inside and going, where the heck are we? But then I saw a bit of Hangar Straight. So I know I haven't been on it, but I have a rough idea. It wouldn't take too long, I guess.
Well, the loop sort of slows things down, which is good for TV and things like that, but it seems to be working. It's a lot faster circuit from what we're hearing.
Yes, I heard that too. I think it's because you've got continuing sort of more high-speed corners, I suppose. I'm not the greatest fan of corners. Not that I want them all on straight everywhere, but I like a few more straights so they can be more overtaking. You know, and therefore you can get by slower cars rather than be stuck behind them. But it seems to be the Formula One way to put more corners in.
Well, you've got two straights now here, so I guess it's a mix. You know, it's a comfortable compromise, shall we say?
I think you're right. Absolutely, as I say, Hangar Straight, and the other one I've forgotten what the name of it is, but where we used to come out of Club, and I think it's Club, and come screaming back. So you've got a bit of straight there too. No, I'm not criticising. I think it's wonderful, and it's great to see us leading the world at last.
And of course, it has to work for all sorts of motorsport. You know, you've got the motorbikes, you've got the huge Ford Galaxies going round later on.
Yeah, well there you are. It has to be you know, be safe and viable for every car, any car, to go out and be driven moderately safely. And it's never going to be that safe, but as safe as you can make it.
We've seen some Group C cars today, 962. I recently saw that there's a 962 Derek Bell edition up for sale again. I hear you arrived today in a Porsche. Tell us about that and what other cars you drive.
Well, this is a classic event, and I actually have a Bentley GT which I use all the time, which I adore. But I have to say, being a classic event, I thought I've got to come in my 30-year-old Porsche. That's where it should be. So I have a very special car, one of only 2 or 3 in Britain. They only ever made 50. It's called a 924 Carrera GTS, and it's the sister car to one that I ran at Le Mans with Al Holbert, and we were actually lying 5th at 8 o'clock in the morning at Le Mans in this basically a road car, but it had been raining a lot, so we had, you know, really lengthy driving set spells, and we just made up a lot of time. So I came in that. I don't drive it very often, but I thought this was a classic example and we should bring it here.
And that's the one with the bulbous wheel arches and the bonnet scoop?
That's right, and a lot of it's plastic.
Yes.
A very special car, yeah. I mean, I just love it. It's got rose jointed suspension, and it's just been at the factory and had some work done. It's got a new turbo, new discs all around, and it's 30 years old and it looks like new and it's never been touched.
It's obviously the done thing, these old Porsche things, because Sterling's campaigning the RS61 now, and you're here in the GTS.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. But also, you generally know that it's not going to let you down, so you're quite happy to take it anywhere and do everything. The only thing I don't do is race it.
Excellent.
So far, anyway.
Safe trip home.
Thank you very much.